The final boss of Grand Theft Auto 5 is here, and he's actually been here a while. We just didn't realize it. This past week, we finally got the long-awaited Michael DLC, and I thought it was a big success. But what's even bigger than Michael returning to GTA is the heavy tease Rockstar just gave us all about the ending of GTA 5. We've already covered how they could be setting up the return of Trevor and Franklin in the last video, so go ahead and check that out if you haven't done already. But today, we're going to piece together all the evidence that we have throughout GTA Online and ask the question, how did none of us clock on that the GTA 5 final boss was introduced to all of us 6 months ago? If you enjoy it, click the like button, and while you're here, you might as well click subscribe as well. Appreciate your big cheese. Now let's get amongst it. Mr. Faber, a banker that wears tour shoes with a three-piece. The red flags were there from Jump Street, brother. This guy is legit one of the shadiest characters we've ever come across, and that's saying something. He puts the frighteners up Martin Madrazo and even tells El Rubio where to stick his money. Nah, this weasel's moving like Carmine Falcone. That's that power you can't buy type shit. I think in regards to GTA Online, we legit could be cooked out here, bruh. So let's take it back to when we first met the guy. It was Shady Shifter himself, Martin Madrazo, that introduces us, but it's that first phone call for me. I went back and listened to it, and right off the rip, the warning signs were there. Madrazo calls us up and says there is a guy that wants to meet us. He says that if we think Madrazo is into some dodgy shit, wait till you meet this creep. Telling us that this random bloke has a finger in every pie in Los Santos and beyond. The beyond part is a little bit intriguing. A lot of us would probably make some connection to Leonardo or Vice City, but during one of the Mr. Faber missions, Raph tells us that Faber helped Gay Tony out with his first nightclub. So it's probably just referencing that he has connections away from Los Santos. Not everything has to be tied into GTA 6, Kyle. When we go to meet him, we go dick in hand with Madrazo himself. And again, this is Martin Madrazo, one of the most powerful men in Los Santos. Literally was one of the first real antagonists that we met 12 years ago in the story of GTA 5. And my man is shook. While we're in the car, he's telling us about Mr. Faber. He mentions that he isn't just a banker, but he's the banker. He's El Rubio's guy. Anyone who's in charge of anyone, he's their guy. And Jesus Christ, man. How many times have we raided El Rubio's gaff? If there is anyone in GTA Online that's got an issue with us, it's that prick. So before you even look deeper into Mr. Faber, you can easily make the theory that the final boss could actually end up being similar to Death Wish in the campaign, and you end up with your own kind of Sinister Six. What we're saying, we've got Faber, El Rubio, we even see Agent 14 getting on Faber's jet when we leave the jet. Maybe he's got it in for us. Over the past 12 years, if there's one thing we're not short of, it's enemies. Madrazo goes on to say that Mr. Faber asked for us personally, and then when we get on his private jet, Faber himself tells us that he's heard of us from his clients. There's a legit chance that he has a bunch of knobheads in Los Santos that all have one thing in common, and that's sipping on that haterade when it comes to our GTA Online character. And they've roped tour shoes into sticking us in the ground. So when we first got introduced to Mr. Faber 6 months ago, the short version is he's an international banker that helps out all the dodgy pricks in Los Santos with the tax codes. Wonderful. The perfect guy to trust inside a Grand Theft Auto game, and we're working with him. So then we fast forward 6 months to this past week, a safe house in the hills. Does no one else now find that name either extremely ironic or a massive hint towards what went down? There's no way you're watching this video if you're bothered about spoilers, but I am going to be talking about that shit. So if you haven't played the DLC, go and do that now and come back later. This DLC was called Safe House in the Hills, but the first cutscene you get, you see Mr. Faber clearly has access to your whole setup, and then it ends with a huge raid on your mansion, the same mansion he was in swinging his banana hammock around. Now, this dude is a villain. You can't convince me otherwise. But let's go back through that cutscene. Michael's made his return, so already Rockstar know that people are locked in, and it's in that cutscene specifically that they insert Mr. Faber just inside your mansion like it's nothing, almost showing off how easy it is for him to get to us. He mentions he's got a meeting with the Norway company, and then this entire goddamn DLC revolves around us Harvey and Michael going up against that exact company. He says he'd love to work with us and Michael in the future, and Michael says he doesn't trust him. You then fast forward to the end of the DLC, and you and Michael in the exact same mansion have to fight off the Norway hired henchmen. Then, when all of it's finished, who rings us up with the most non-obvious, it wasn't me, but it really was me, but it wasn't, even though it was phone call in history? Torshoes!
I heard there was something of a disturbance at your lovely home. I just wanted to assure you that that unfortunate incident had nothing whatsoever to do with me. I have nothing but the greatest respect for you and your work. I'm sure we're going to go on to do great things together. I'll be in touch soon. Yes.
You are smoking crack from the back and flying high if you don't see the writing on the wall. It's clear to all of us that Mr. Faber's being set up as the final boss of Grand Theft Auto 5. Either that or he's part of one big final syndicate of pricks. But MCT, there is an issue. GTA Online already has structured missions from the Money Fronts DLC 6 months ago, missions that are literally called Mr. Faber work. If Grand Theft Auto 5 ends with us doming Mr. Faber, how will it make sense us playing Grand Theft Auto Online and going back to do those missions, his missions, if technically he's not supposed to be existing anymore? It's a strong question, and one I don't think a lot of us are going to have a definitive answer to until we actually get it confirmed by Rockstar themselves. But I can happily throw out a theory. Throughout everything that we've done for Mr. Faber, there's been another guy, the go-to guy, the guy who we talked to on the phone during those missions, the guy that set up the mansions in the first place, Raph. For God's sake, man, when we first meet Mr. Faber on the jet, who sat on the guy's shoulder? Who has his ear? I reckon Raph's been given to us as the good version of this partnership. So, would it be that unrealistic to say that Rockstar could just simply change the name from Mr. Faber's work to Raph's work? They could easily remove any dialogue that refers to Faber still being alive. But if you don't rock with that theory, the only other thing I can bring up is Cayo Perico. Cayo Perico is one of the biggest DLCs we've ever had within online, and no matter how you want to paint it up to me or sell it, there is one glaring flaw with the Cayo Perico heist. No matter how many times you rob El Rubio, this dumb prick will keep putting his prized possessions in the exact same locations, in the exact same safes, in the exact same cabinets. So I'm just going to point out that realism and realistic canon logic within Grand Theft Auto Online is just a little sketchy. Plus, can't you actually blow up his chopper during the heist? I just searched it and apparently the thing's basically indestructible, but if you do manage to blow it up, he just respawns in it anyway. But that's just what I found through Google search and YouTube videos, so don't start piping up to me if this guy really is GTA God mode. The point that I'm trying to make is the lines of realism in GTA Online are shaky here, people. And who says he even has to die? There's numerous bad guys through GTA Online that are still drawing breath today. Again, El Rubio, case in point. Maybe if this final DLC is a heist, we knock off Faber and find some shit on him that keeps him off our backs for the future. Who knows? Drop your best theories down in the comments. I'm ending this, ironically, with the ending of Grand Theft Auto 5, or more to the point, how is it all ending? My working theories for now are either that we've royally pissed off a bunch of Mr. Faber's clients for 12 years and now they've asked him to deal with it, and so it ends with us taking out the people that actually have the issue with us whilst Mr. Faber just laughs it off because he's literally untouchable. Or Faber's been keeping a track on us for years because we keep causing him and his clients problems. Then he sets all of this up, and to finally take him down, we need Michael, Trevor and Franklin for one final job. Maybe a big heist that takes a huge score and we get to dome the guy at the end of it all. There's one other theory that I have. It's to do with what Harvey said on the boat at the end of the missions, and it is a theory that attaches itself to GTA 6. I think at some point soon, I'm going to cover the chances of this in a video anyway, but the Norway missions end with Harvey saying change your name and move location because they'll be coming after you. I've said for ages that our online character won't be the same character in GTA Online 2, but what if I'm wrong? What if the story of Mr. Faber forces us to move to Leonida and start all over again, and basically GTA 5 Online gets treated as the legacy existence within Los Santos, and GTA 6 Online is seen as a time jump? maybe 6 months down the line, we had to restart and rebuild everything. What would your thoughts be on that? To be honest, I've really been shitting on that entire theory for months. But after what Harvey said at the end of those missions this week, I can't lie, brother. It's got me thinking some sort of way. Anyway, I'm leaving it there, but I want to know what you're thinking. Is Mr. Faber the true final boss of Grand Theft Auto 5? And are you happy with that? Some mush just strolls in 6 months ago with his tour shoes and three-piece and tries to give us the work. And yes, I'm going to keep asking the question, what about Trevor and Franklin? Are they coming back? Will it be the four of us against Mr. Faber for the final job of GTA 5 Online? While I'm here, I'm going to quickly throw in a shameless plug for 104.5 Radio MCT. We go live 3 days a week talking GTA, Rockstar, Red Dead, gaming, movies, wrestling, TV, sports, and everything else in between. Just click subscribe and you'll get notified when we're going live. Appreciate your friend, brother. You stay safe on our streets, and as always, sucker, click it, you scumbag!